Back out to our Lions, then. They're chomping at the bit still. Now, listen, Anahita, I'll start with you. Did the prosecution prove their case? All the evidence is in. You heard the arguments today. From the totality of the evidence, Anahita, what do you say?
Absolutely not, Joey. They have utterly failed to meet their burden of proof that this is a murder II case beyond a reasonable doubt, okay? So putting aside the fact that the prosecution essentially put on the defense case in their case in chief, aside from the fact that their witnesses, one by one, set forth George Zimmerman's defense, self-defense I should say, the fact of the matter is they are unable to prove malice, ill will, and spite. And, you know, don't take it from me, don't take it from Mark O'Mara, don't take it from George Zimmerman, who incidentally gave statement after statement that was consistent. Take it from the prosecution's key witnesses,
Without
the police
lawyer.
investigators.
Without a lawyer.
Exactly.
But let me ask you
the
this.
police investigators stated there was no malice, no ill will, no racial motivation here. There's no way this meets the high burden of proof that the state
Joey,
needs to do.
didn't he take criminal justice course? Wouldn't he know that if they read him Miranda and he was an A student, wouldn't he say, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to get a lawyer, huh?
But you know what, Frank?
They advised him of that. They advised
So
him
what
of
is
that.
he saying? He wasn't a good student at all?
No, I said.
So what are you trying to say?
According to the state, he was an A student, and if he was an A student and excelled in criminal justice, when he was read his Miranda rights 3 times, he made 4 statements without an attorney present. And
but Frank, let me ask
So
you.
that means that
against.
I want to ask Midwin a question.
Usually that works against a defendant.
Just one second. Midwin, I want to get to you because on that point, it really cuts both ways. If you're someone who's taken a course, maybe you know how to get around the stand your ground law. So what say you as to that, Midwin?
Exactly. I mean, one of the things that professor testified to that I thought was huge for the prosecution is it showed that George Zimmerman lied. Whether he knew a lot about Stand Your Ground, at the end of the day, he lied when he gave that interview to Sean Hannity.
A liar doesn't make you guilty of second-degree murder.
No, but if you lie about that, what else are you lying about?
I love this because all that this proves is doubt, doubt, doubt. And all we're looking for is a little bit of doubt.
It proves that if he lies about that, what else is he lying about? Because he's the only one who's going to tell us what happened that night. So if he's lying about whether or not he had ever heard of Stand Your Ground, what else is he lying about? And that's the problem.
But here's the thing. You don't have to take it from George Zimmerman's mouth.
Hold on 1 second. Order in the court. Order in the court. Anahita, getting to you on the issue. Let me ask you, Frank, I'll get right to you, but I want to ask Anahita this question. What about all those inconsistencies? Do you think, Anahita, that the inconsistencies are relevant, that they're material, that they're significant? Don't they assist the prosecution and hurt the defense?
That's an excellent point, Joey. And of course, there are going to be minor inconsistencies anytime anybody tells a story more than one time. We had the police investigation.
We'll get to you, Cheryl.
The state's witnesses said they believe George Zimmerman to be truthful. And look, I was trying to say this earlier that, and Joey, you know this, as defense attorneys, we do not want our clients to talk to the police. And it has nothing to do with guilt or innocence. It has nothing to do with lying or telling the truth. But the fact of the matter is, when you're telling a story more than once, there are going to be inconsistencies. But here, on every material point, George Zimmerman was entirely consistent. And again, don't take it from me. Take it from the state's star witnesses, the police investigators who interviewed him repeatedly, who tried to trip him up, who tried to use every technique to get him to lie, to get him to show that he's not telling the truth. It didn't work. They believed him. And I think the forensics support his statements.